Hi again, everyone, and welcome to StarCraft2Forum.org presents the Mega PC Tournament, sponsored by NVIDIA, Patriot Memory,
Go ahead.
Razer, which makes great mice, Antec, believe in it, and the Shock StarCraft 2 Guide.
Yeah. So we are in the semi-finals, which is...
It's been a long road.
Yeah, uber exciting.
Yeah. But now we're down to just 4 players competing for the grand prize of a Mega PC with an Intel i5 processor and 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. So the competition is going to be fierce.
Yes. And so now we are on Metalopolis for the first game of the semifinals. We have Layzee as Protoss on the far left, and a Protoss for Protoss match with WannaBKilled on the far right.
Right, PvP, lots of gold and glowing blue crystals.
I am so sick of PvP.
I am so happy. I love PvP.
First off, I think people who play Protoss have something wrong with their brains.
No, we don't.
And
I think people who play Zerg need to go buy an ant farm and then play a real race in StarCraft 2.
So on this map, I mean, we do have players on the far sides of this map, so that does automatically lend to more chances for an economic game. It's a little bit harder to, you're not fighting over the same patches, and
this is actually a really strong economic map. This is actually a really good first map pick for this semifinal series, because it's a very technical standard map with a very easy natural expansion, but a difficult third. Players go for a fast early expansion, but because of the way that the two players are set up, it's going to be very easy for them to macro extremely hard, taking that third base and even the fourth base and the fifth base at the other mains across from them. Basically, each player is going to own their half of the map if the game goes late enough. Which is what I like about Metalopolis. That makes it such a strong technical map.
So now what I am interested in seeing right now is that WannaBKilled has been saving up on his Chrono Boost. He is not at 50 energy again.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's intentional or...
Well, a lot of times players this early will save up their Chrono Boost because you don't want a Chrono Boost be as early as you can, because you're going to get supply blocked. So you save up till after your pylon is done, and then you start to Chrono Boost?
Yeah, but we are pretty late in supply right now. Looks like we do have 2 gateways going down initially for Layzee, and no gas. So it looks like we might really see a very hard early Zealot push.
This does look like a very strong gateway build coming from Layzee, and a gateway forge build from WannaBKilled. Looks like that's actually, you know what? In this situation, I actually don't mind this build, because he does have an extract... an assimilator up, and those extra cannons from the forge are going to really help defend against an early push from his opponent. So that's a nice counter from WannaBKilled as the purple, and a good placement on that cannon right above the ramp. Now,
although I do feel, I mean, it might just be opinion, but I do feel like the cannon would be much better suited right here to be catching all units coming in to this area, but then again, it's not reality. So
you are right. That would also be a very good placement as well. Now it's interesting that I was actually just wondering if Layzee was spending his Chrono Boost on his gateways, and he is, and now moving out with a very lean force of 4 Zealots. A 4 Zealot push seems weak, but it actually can come so early with that Chrono Boost that it's one of the strongest pushes in the game.
Although he's going to meet this wall right here of the complete block off on the choke. 2 Zealots and cannons to back it up, so he's not going to make any progress unless WannaBKilled freaks out, kills his own cannons, and walks away and goes to the bathroom. Yeah.
Basically, this 4 Zealot push would be incredibly good against any... And the probe is able to see the 4 Zealots of Layzee walking by, because he's at the Xel'Naga Watchtower and has large view vision. So WannaBKilled is going to be completely prepared for this push. Cannons are going to fire, and he's going to have to retreat. And
losing a Zealot, that sucks.
See, normally, and there, as you said, with that placement that you recommended against Akimbo, he's able to get a couple shots off.
Well, to be fair, I recommended here.
I don't think it could. I don't think it would reach there with the pylons. I don't know.
Oh, well, maybe he should get extended pylon power.
Yeah, he should.
If Protoss were cool, they'd have bigger power supplies.
And good awareness by Layzee, checking that Xel'Naga Watchtower and chasing away the probe, denying WannaBKilled of that extra vision. Now, normally that 2-gate 4-Zealot push would be incredibly strong against anything that the Protoss did other than another 2-gate push. The fact that he went Forge second, which is a very odd and uncommon build, is one of the few things that would be a very strong counter to that 4-Zealot push. So, interesting interaction so far in this game.
Now, my one concern with WannaBKilled, as Layzee is putting down 2 more gateways, he's going to have 4 gateways, which is the devastating sweet spot for Protoss.
Yeah, 4 gateways is just enough that you can constantly produce from all 4 gateways off of one base.
While WannaBKilled is just not spending his money well at all. He has 600 minerals saved up now. Now gateways going down. He's trying to have a defensive position, but again, in a mirror matchup, just being defensive isn't going to cut it. You need to be as aggressive as possible because, as you see, Layzee is now expanding and is going to have such an economic lead within the next 2 to 3 minutes of this game.
That expansion is going to provide a humongous advantage to Layzee, and basically, that's the one thing. That's the one downside of that cannon build is those cannons are essentially the equivalent of an expansion, and you sacrifice getting an expansion in order to defend your main base, which ultimately will put you behind, even though it might make you feel safe.
Exactly, spending so much money on cannons, and I really feel like this is, static defenses like this, when you're not being pushed very hard at all, it's just such a crutch. It's it's a little bit of a sign of a player that's a little frightened, not confident in his own build and control of his units. Right. That he needs that crutch just to survive the first 5-10 minutes of the game.
I agree with you. However, WannaBKilled is actually also warping in a Stargate right now, and one of the few things that is an advantage of going this sort of defensive turtle style build is that Stargate is going to be very hard to scout for Layzee, and the potential of massing up Void Rays and coming in for a win is there's definitely that potential. So he is leveraging what he's doing in a good way, and that hidden Stargate is going to possibly throw a kink into Layzee's plan.
But I am excited now to see what's happening as Layzee is researching Hallucinate, and both of us are huge fans of Hallucinate, from getting fake scouts in the opponent's base, getting sight of a cliff, over a cliff with a fake awesome Phoenix. We do have the robotics facility with that observer coming out, so he is going to have vision of the Stargate. And
he just has to be careful with that observer because those photon cannons can shoot the observer out of the sky, and he does have plenty of them in his base, as we saw. So, just if Layzee is aware of this and doesn't have his observer rally directly to the opponent's base, and it will be a robotics facility going down, which means we're going to see Colossus as well. Very, very interesting turn of events here. Possibly either using hallucination to create extra fake Colossuses, or even to create a bunch of Zealots to block for the Colossuses. Both are really awesome strategies.
Oh yes, because even a hallucinated Zealot they do block units from coming through physically.
Absolutely.
We do see a hidden expansion going down for WannaBKilled right now. In the south corner, the observer getting around all these cannons, so he's going to get
and he's going to see
view.
the Stargate warping in a plethora of Void Rays, and that's exactly the information that he needed. And now he can prepare appropriately for those Void Rays to come at his base.
And so you see the stalker count
getting warped in,
coming right up, and that's exactly the perfect response that he needs.
Absolutely, he's definitely massing up the stalkers that he needs.
But that observer now killed, but again, that he had the information. That's all he needed to see. Definitely. Although at some point, hopefully, he does see this hidden expansion, because that would be devastating if he does not spot that after an initial encounter with the armies.
Layzee is way ahead on worker count, and also it seems his income is also drastically ahead of WannaBKilled's income, almost double that of his opponent's income, actually. So I think I would say that an advantage is now strongly in the favor of Layzee Protoss, as long as he does not allow WannaBKilled to grow much larger and is able to apply some pressure soon.
And now Layzee owning both Xel'Naga watchtowers is just something you can't stress it enough. Having this information is crucial. The fact that he owns both watchtowers, he's going to be able to see anything that's coming across this map, especially these Void Rays. WannaBKilled should really just push out, own one of these, just to deny Layzee the vision.
Yeah, and it looks like the Colossus are now being built by Layzee, along with the Thermal Lances upgrade. Now, those Colossus are not going to do too well against the Void Rays, but the Stalkers that he also built are going to be pretty good at sending the Void Rays away, and the Colossuses are going to just be awesome cleanup afterwards.
And now Layzee knows this push is coming, because he sees that with his vision of those Xel'Naga towers.
He's going to be completely prepared. His entire army is moving to the south of his base, where that force is coming in because he has control of those Zenlong watchtowers, can see them coming, can see their angle of attack. That's why scouting information is so important. He's going to be StarCraft.
Fully prepared for this, and you're about to see the battle right now. These Void Rays are going to have to pull back before
they're
being
going to run
decimated.
away. Yep, there they go. They have to flee completely. Now, the only problem here that this could present to Layzee is that even once sent away from a main attack, those Void Rays are still going to be very effective at harassing around the corners of the Protoss base if, as long as WannaBKilled is willing to use them that way. But it looks like he's going to actually just run them all the way back to his base.
Which is a bit of a shame, because with the entire Protoss force for Layzee being out of the base, there is a chance to get some major damage done. But it looks like Layzee wants to come and end this game.
Oh, and they're coming. Yeah, WannaBKilled is just avoiding these stalkers as he should, but he's not. He really needs to be using these Void Rays to some advantage, because they're not going to win a straight up fight. They need to be keeping his opponent in his base, and now they're just not doing that. The food count is drastically in Layzee's favor, 112 to 76 food. And that Colossus providing high ground vision for his stalkers to fire uphill, not even having an advantage. But if that Colossus is killed, he's going to lose vision and not be able to fire anymore uphill, and he's going to be forced to retreat away from the cliff.
I would like to see some get some hallucinated Phoenixes up on this ramps to keep that vision. We do have is that a real Colossus? Yes, it is a real Colossus. Is this real?
And what's happening in this game? Is this real or pretend? Wow, but actually, as it seems as though WannaBKilled has a lot of stalkers, and the food count is evening out 61 to 82, but a lot of that is probes, and I don't know if I don't think Layzee's has a really great attack angle here. I don't think he should be trying to fight up the cliff like this. He'd be much better off looking for the possible expansion of WannaBKilled.
Yeah, it really looks like he's just trying to pick off as much of the army as he can, because this choke is just so blocked up right now. There's no real way to get up it. But these cannons being taken out, all the stalkers being taken out. Wow, he's going to
just force his way in like a bad date. And
whoa.
and this doesn't look just like he's going to be able to overpower WannaBKilled. His own structures now sort of getting in his way and preventing him from getting really good positioning as Layzee Protoss just picks off the cannons, and now he's going to be able to just waltz his way in.
Yeah, and these extra Void Rays are going to do nothing against such a group of stalkers. These Void Rays just falling so quickly, and this is going to be GG, I think, for WannaBKilled, unless he has some kind of uber trick up his sleeve.
Nice dancing by Layzee, too. Very good control and micro by the green Protoss player. Quite a fan. I'm quite a fan of his.
The screams of Zealots being warped back to Ire.
That's always sad, no matter who's winning or losing.
Now it's just a matter of waiting for the GG. I don't see anywhere that WannaBKilled can go from here.
I'm curious if WannaBKilled is rebuilding. Yes, he's rebuilding gateways. Oh no, he's actually not. I was looking at the wrong color. Yeah, because I was wondering if a lot of times what you'll see players do is rebuild, in their expansion like this.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah,
cannons going down everywhere. You just not willing to give up, not wanting to give up the first game in this tournament. But I don't know if he's going to have a choice, because this Protoss force, once it finds the hidden expansion, which it has not yet, but I'm sure he knows something is up right now.
Yeah.
It's just going to come in here and
really. I mean, honestly, as a StarCraft player, you have to know when